Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about the digital asset space. Let's get right into it today. This is going to be one interesting video. So to kick things off, shared by Stedas, S-T-E-D-A-S, will governments, central banks allow private-based cryptocurrencies to coexist with government-based cryptocurrencies? I think not. 2017, this is a quote again from former federal advisor Danielle DiMartino Booth. And this is all in this clip, the roundtable insight here, and just talking about, this is the Financial Repression Authority, the FRA, and they're talking about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, this clip and this is all relevant because of now legislation and FUD and, regulators coming hard on stablecoins. I do not believe that a lot of the privacy coins, especially private stable coins, will not survive. That is just my opinion. Now, as we keep going, right here, Anders Lundberg, I believe on-demand liquidity will be targeted towards the most liquid corridors as well as the most liquid remittance corridors, such as the Euro and USD, which is the most liquid corridor and is supposedly live. Seems to be testing USD in the Japanese yen corridor as well. Look at what Ripple does, not what they say. So as we take a peek right here, now keep in mind, this is not only speculation. We also know that many people, we know Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, a lot of them have said, and even Miguel Valles saying, when XRP is as liquid as a G10 currency. And then Chris Larson also has been quoted, the executive chairman of Ripple, saying they want XRP to be as liquid as, for example, the Swiss franc, which is a G10 currency. When you have that amount of liquidity, and we are already connected to virtually every single bank. Now, I'm not saying they're using XRP today. I'm saying that they are on RippleNet or at least have an API plugin. What happens is when high volume goes over and transfers, high value, not just little micro payments and, $10,000 payments. I'm talking about real value that banks don't consider micro payments. It pushes the price up. Remember, Chris Larson does not think a stablecoin is, useful with this. It does not solve the true dilemma. We need something that has a higher price that can actually be more liquid and send higher value. They said, well, if XRP is at $1, the whole mission is pointless. And I don't think that they are, showing any signs of doubt or uncertainty. I think huge things are ahead. None of this is financial advice, guys. I am just, speaking, and for those that have ears will listen and do their own research. All right, so as we can see here, we'll look at the most liquid currency pairs shared by Anders Lundberg again. So we can see USD and JPY. We can see the Euro and USD 28% and 13%. And then the next, higher corridors, of course, and other, we have, the British pound sterling USD, and then also the Australian dollar USD, which we are also launching via ODL. So we can see what they're going after. Just pay attention to this. This is by currency, and we can see the most liquidity here. USD, Euro, Yen. We personally dominate all of Japan right now in terms of, the conglomerates and SBI and massive groups as well. All right. Now, USD, this is actually on utility scan. You can see the live utility that XRP is being used in payment transactions by financial institutions. Now, granted, it is low scale, but I cannot say the same for many other projects that exist today. Just like the Chinese currency that is being pegged to the renminbi, and they're doing a soft rollout. This has been, that's been being developed since 2014 under the table, and nobody's, really mentioned it. It's been very hush-hush. The same thing is going on with this. Yet, Ripple meets with the Trump administration. Yet, they are consulting with the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, the World Bank. They are at Davos at the World Economic Forum, the meeting for the 1% of 1%, discussing all kinds of things, including monetary policy. They are already connected with the top 40 to 50 banks in the world. They have Finastra, which is already connected to the top 48 of the 50 banks. With a simple plugin, we have Earthport. Visa, in a quote, literally said part of the Earthport acquisition, since they're partners with Ripple, is to team up with Ripple to replace the SWIFT payment network. I just, want to share what is out there. You have random people commenting on YouTube that have not done, 3-5 years of research and going in depth in this. And then, when I have a 10-minute, 30-minute video to try to share every single point, it takes a long time, especially when you're going back and forth with someone on Twitter. All I recommend is to have an open mind and continue doing your own research. But for me, unless I see some real bad news and that XRP will not be integrated, it already is integrated. That's what I invest in. I invest in the projects that are being integrated, that have the highest probability of success for a return on my investment, just like Ethereum. They can fix the scalability issues. I'm looking at other projects like Tezos, VeChain, Chainlink, Cardano, ADA, XLM is maybe just a hedge to XRP just in case, because they're kind of built in tandem. Similar technology. XRP obviously is far, far superior and more liquid, but things of that nature. Now, nothing is guaranteed. We're already in a risky enough space, and this is why I primarily talk about XRP, because for me, this is one that is, in my opinion, not financial advice, the most guaranteed for an ROI, and honestly, potentially the highest return on investment. I know a lot of people are looking at microcap coins or coins that have very low value like VeChain, and it takes so much and you can have 1 million tokens and it feels awesome. And then, people kind of anticipate $1. I get that sentiment, but for me, this is a new asset class. We don't know how high it is and how high it can potentially go. But for XRP, if you guys want full transparency, I expect, in the next 5 years, if not by right before 2021, anywhere from, $10 to, potentially 4 digits if a price set could occur. Now, if we remain low, I don't care. I'm holding till 2025. I've, set that standard ever since I found it and, followed the ISO migrations and watched what the maturity is doing in terms of engaging with capital markets. But we have people working on decentralized finance. I could rant on this forever. I'm going to keep going. But anyways, we can see here Ripple Insights, a new production ODL corridor from Euro USD. So remember, Anders Lundberg was also showing the points of USD to USD, maybe walled gardens between banks, or if the existing market for domestic payments isn't liquid enough in some way, we're just trading assets that are, tokenized in the future. Guys, we're going to be in a completely different payment landscape in the future. That is all I am saying. And I believe that XRP will play a fundamental role in the transfer of value as a bridge asset. Right? The highly liquid asset will allow them to trade without friction, instantaneously on a distributed network. And a lot of other projects might have utility, but they're tackling different use cases. That is what I want to emphasize. All right. Next, this is really cool. So GXRP just sharing this again. So Stefan Thomas, guys, he literally built the Bitcoin code from scratch. So he understands the technology better than some of these guys that you hear about, these influencers. So of course, Tony Vase, and we know Anthony Pompliano, biggest Bitcoin advocates you can name. But did you guys know, and this is what he's bringing to attention, and I'm happy he did, are you aware that Stefan Thomas, not Satoshi, is the reason Bitcoin became so popular? He re-implemented the Bitcoin code from scratch and made the first video about Bitcoin that drew millions of viewers and awareness. And this video is actually titled, Stefan Thomas, I did not sleep for a year re-implementing the Bitcoin code. This is by CoinDesk. And again, this gentleman is now, he left as I believe the former CTO of the company Ripple, and now he started Coil with micropayments utilizing the XRP ledger. He simply knows that Bitcoin is not going to solve the payments problem, and XRP is best positioned for this. So I just wanted to share that. And again, Stefan was an original pioneer for Bitcoin, and heck, he was even a bigger believer and fan in Bitcoin than you guys were. And then he jumped ship to Ripple, the company, because he knew Bitcoin was a dead end. And that is my sentiment. If you guys are upset, too bad. I wish everybody well in the ecosystem, whether Bitcoin does well or bad, I don't care. I just believe that XRP is going to be a lot more sustainable, economical in terms of fees, scalability, you name it, and they're already integrated with almost everyone. Now we're waiting for regulation, we're waiting for liquidity to develop, but if a flip of the switch moment occurred, or Swift GPI with R3 or any other group that white labels the technology, whether it's ACI Worldwide, you name it, that type of volume actually provides its own liquidity. So I know we say, we need liquidity before we can do this, but actually integrating and running it instantaneously can provide its own liquidity. It can be messy at first, but we will see. Just wanted to share that sentiment. All right, next, Matthew Liny. So another connection. We're going to keep showing all of these. So software company CGP offers Earthport and a Ripple integration for EMI mobile wallets. So we can see right here, GCP, a mobile wallet for EMI. And so we can go right here, offering from EMI and PSP or EMI to capture rising opportunities in open banking and instant payments. So again, open banking, financial inclusion, level playing field, same, narrative as always. We can see their own e-wallet service, electronic payment solutions. We can see enables you to launch your own branded product within a month. Similar to, I know Thinking Crypto, Tony showed, on Securitize how fast you can actually, tokenize your company in the future. It's going to be just typing in some information and at a click of a button. All right. White label solutions save you from having to create your own development team or seeking for outsourced software development resources. So we can see right here. And then right here, payment networks and other integrations. So of course we have the traditional SWIFT, we have SEPA, and then we have Earthport integration, which is partnered with Ripple. Visa acquired them as well, and then a Ripple integration directly. All right. So whether this is just, kind of like the X-Current, even what was it? What was it? Not, I always call it like the Facebook, kind of the RippleNet home type of page. It's going to be like that, guys. It's very, very fascinating. So again, just another connection, not saying XRP, but I want to show you now the other connections that are even more compelling. And of course, I've, shared already everything you need to know, but these are just, this is icing on the cake from some great researchers. So right here, so Wrath of Kahneman. So 4 facts, interpret as you wish. We have everything sourced right here and I have them opened. So Instamatch uses R3 Corda to settle with XRP. Check. We have Gulf Bank, and they just signed Instamatch for global digital deposits. Next, we have Gulf Bank. Kuwait is KFMA member, and then Ripple partner is, partner to 4 out of the 7 Kuwait Financial Markets Association board members. So we have 4 out of the 7 board members as well. So really quick, we'll go right here. We can see this woman right here, blockchain author, just showing this again, the Corda blockchain marketplace to explore our revolutionary money market intraday product. Again, same day trading where 50 plus banks are already onboarded, developed for Switzerland-based Instamatch, a network for banks to trade on. First time on blockchain, Ripple XRP. We have the links as well, marketplace R3. We can see right here, Instamatch, global intraday market solution. So interbank trading in intraday markets possible with distributed ledger technology enabled trading interface, coupling the DApp, this can be decentralized application or a distributed application, with the latest settlements API. Again, the API is the name of the game. R3 settler with Corda XRP right there on R3's website. So we are able to offer the high speed of payments necessary for execution of intraday trades. So we keep going. We can see the board members that he listed. Okay, so we have 7 board members, 4 of them are already connected, and you guys can further your own research as well. Get a Twitter, follow me. I retweet everything that I cover. All right, let's keep going. Right here, Gulf Bank signs up to Instamatch Network. So Kuwait-based Gulf Bank has signed up as a client of network firm Instamatch Global, making the latter's first foray into the country. Again, right here, it claims to be global execution via a cloud-based network connecting borrowers and lenders with an unsecured money markets. Again, this is what it is, an open landscape, open markets, thanks to DLT and many other technologies. And what do we need when you are trading? You need bridge assets, you need cryptocurrencies to transfer said value. Even if these two groups do have their own digital tokens, we're going to use banks for example because it's just easiest. We have Bank of America, and then we have JP Morgan. JP Morgan has their JPM coin, Bank of America has their BOA coin. They still need a bridge asset for ample liquidity between these two. There's going to be still counterparty risk that exists, things of that nature, smart contract automation, atomic swapping, things like that. And this is where XRP is going to play the best role and is best positioned compared to any other token because it's on a permissionless basis. It's becoming more decentralized by the day, and also their governance and consensus mechanism is most secure, and without a doubt, that is decentralized. So we're moving towards a distributed area. I don't think anything adopted by the financial world will be entirely decentralized. That term is kind of, it's 1 or 0, decentralized or centralized. I think in between, you try to get it as best distributed, closer to that spectrum of decentralization as possible. That is what I want to emphasize for this. All right, Gulf Bank signs with Instamatch Global for digital cash deposits. Again, February 2020. This marks Instamatch's entry into Kuwait market. Gulf Bank joining over 80 leading institutions from across Europe and MENA. So again, MENA, Middle East and North Africa. We know Navin Gupta of Ripple. They said that this is a hotbed, and they are really just joining on to RippleNet as a whole, banks and financial institutions on the Instamatch network. Right, R3 is going to be more trade finance. This is going to be reconciliation, much bigger things at play. All right. As we can see right here, corporate treasuries, pension funds, insurance companies, asset management. Not everything is going to be, settlements by any means, but because they have DLT and Corda, and XRP will play a role in settlements. I can guarantee that. And this is just my belief. R3 owns XRP. There's been a big lawsuit back in the day. Do not know how many millions or billions they settled upon. I believe the original deal for the lawsuit was Ripple was supposed to gift them 5 billion XRP to get started. And then, both groups kind of didn't follow suit on what they promised. So it's kind of gray and messy. All right. And then again, Wrath of Khan Man showing this Kuwait financial house in 2 days. Kuwait Times, or Kuwaiti Times, touting the use of Ripple alongside Swift for payments. Notice how the narrative switches from, Ripple replacing Swift or R3 replacing Swift, and then just, complementing and updating the technology. So the copy is lifted directly from the recent 2019 annual report. So we can see right here, Kuwait Times, first daily in the Arabian Gulf. So all we have to do, Control F, Ripple, boom, right here, guys. So just check this out. Major steps were considered to adopt financial technology and blockchain technologies as fast as possible to take advantage of modern technologies. E-payment methods were activated by making transfers through Ripple technology alongside Swift services using Swift GPI system in tandem. Now, it is my belief that R3, kind of like backed by more Goldman Sachs and the Wall Street boys, saw Ripple early on, saw the money to be made, and they kind of said, hey, Ripple, you can have the low value, high volume transfers maybe in the remittance space, but we are getting the capital markets, we are getting trade finance where they are moving trillions of dollars, and that's the big boy money. So that's my belief. We'll see how it all plays out. All I'm saying is, bottom line, both groups have XRP integration through a click of the button, guys. This is all software rollout. That is the biggest thing I want to emphasize. So please continue to do your own research. All right, next, we're going to finish up with this. Matthew Liny, just showing another connection. Now, I get if you guys, think this is a stretch or, where's XRP utility? I just want to show you integration. This is one of the things that I invest upon. Fundamentals, integration. A lot of people, of course, technology, but there's so many factors, and you kind of will learn as you go. So right here, Pro Banks offers Earthport integration. We know that Ripple and Earthport have been partners since 2015. Visa acquired Earthport, as I've already said, for wire transfers. So Earthport, kind of a hub and spoke model we've shown. They're already ready to really settle via XRP rails or just utilize RippleNet to improve their messaging standard as well. And as the liquidity improves, you can literally just click a button and use XRP. So this is the direction we are going. I know many people that have probably been invested since 2017 are so impatient. I'm right there with you. I'm sick of looking at this low price. I feel like, I've been accumulating whenever possible, and eventually you just want to get the show on the road, and it's creating doubt in a lot of people. But for me, it's not creating doubt because I'm just continuously reading and researching it each and every day. I just don't know when it's really going to get going. Are we waiting till September? Are we waiting till December? Are we going to see some cool regulations in May? Are the metals going to move up first before crypto? It's all a game of psychology. So pay attention to this, okay? Now, all of these customers have access to XRP payment rails. So we can see Pro Banks. They are the complete banking software solution provider. I feel like they say that on every type of company, but various banking products, of course. We can see solutions, customized for corporate banking, private banking, payment institutions, FIs, electronic money institutions. Again, that is EMI that I was referencing earlier, in retail banking. So you get it. But as we can see right here, go to the website and just show the screenshot again. So e-banking, see all this use cases. We see wire payments, Earthport integration. And then, of course, right here, wire payments, Swift, and then also SEPA or SEPA integration as well. Just wanted to show that. And then proud to be working with the following customers as well. So it just keeps going deeper, guys. Partners of partners. I know Ripple's at, 300 plus easily direct partners today. As I say in every video, connected to Temenos, that's 3,000 partners. Connected to Finastra, that's 9,000 partners. That's 12,000 indirect partners right there. And then you guys can look at Ripple's current customers and then look at their partners and integrations. And then look at the bigger guys that own them. You could just do, create so many connections. So I get how it is speculation, but you have to speculate in a speculative market. If all of this was in black and white, and to every person that comments, do they use XRP? When XRP? If they said that, the price of XRP would already be high and would already be being used. There's nothing that is black and white, because if it were, the opportunity is gone. The speculative time is where you make your money or lose your money. And for me, this is what I'm investing in and what I encourage you to do. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm encouraging you to do your own research. For friends and family, I encourage them to try to, accumulate, 1,000, 10,000 XRP and set it and forget it. And I expect them, to be super, super happy and surprised in the future. Much better than just wasting your money. Most people are, spending and wasting their money in a 401k. It's just not sustainable. As we can see in this current ecosystem, the US dollar value is going down on a daily basis. Now that I mentioned the 401k, guys, keep in mind, I Trust Capital, you can have an XRP IRA, you can control it, you can take trades, it doesn't matter, and it's well protected. And they're also adding gold onto the platform. Those links are in the description. If you want to, already start maybe another IRA and you're able to, I highly recommend you do so, or at least just talk to the guys and get a better idea of any questions they can answer to see if you're a good fit for them. All right. So again, remember, links in the description, guys, sources as well. If you want to check that out, follow me on Twitter for any of this information. Shout out to Jamie XRP, Mikey, Crypto Beginner, Philip, and all other top channel members. Thank you guys so much for the support in these times. Appreciate all of you that hit the like and share. And until next time.